The greatest show on turf's got some competition, boys. The Miami Dolphins are currently step for step with that 2000s Rams team right now. Miami has gained 2,568 yards on offense, which surpasses that team through 5 games of that season. Here's my gripe. It's cool. It is really cool. Dolphins fans, congratulations. You're making some history here. My only gripe, the Dolphins have played 3 of the NFL's absolute worst defenses. Outside of getting blown out by the Bills, I believe the defensive rankings they have played, 31st, 32nd, and I think 25th.
Yeah.
I'm not all that impressed with that. And then they played the Giants this weekend, maybe? So another not good defense there. It's great. It's great, but I personally am heavily taking it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't know what I was watching, but I was seeing this thing and they were saying this is either the 98 Vikings where they're really good, have a great season, they look all that good and then they just crumble when they play good teams, or it's going to be that 2000 Rams team where they just continue to keep this going and they just ride it all the way out to the Super Bowl and finally win it. And I'm not going to take something away from their offense because that offense is, I mean, they've got talent everywhere. They've got, I think, the top 6 spot or 5 or 7 spots or something like that of the fastest players right now in the NFL. And I mean, you're going to win football games when you have people just that can outrun people.
Yeah.
And Tua, he looks very good. He had the pick 6 against the Giants, but I mean, it was a tip drill. Maybe you can argue it shouldn't have been thrown. But I'm not going to take anything away from this Dolphins team. I think they're still really good. I think their defense needs some work if they have the Super Bowl hopes that they want. That defense needs to step up. But I'm not worried about them, to be honest. I don't think they're 2000s Rams good, but I think they're a really good football team.
No knock on this offense ever, because I agree. They are loaded on every side, right side, left side, down the middle, running the football. They are loaded everywhere. And I kind of do agree with Ethan's gripe, though, because when you play an actual good defense, you have to show up as that number one offense.
Which they did at first. They were toe-to-toe at first. They couldn't keep up, though.
You have to sustain it, though. You have to show why you are the number one offense in the league, why you are that team. And if they cannot do that against the big teams, against the good defenses, I think they're just that flash in the pan, like that 80s Vikings team that didn't really amount to much. You got to show up and the big points.
Yeah.
Moving this one on a little quicker. I'm not going to ask can they. I'm going to ask, do you think they will perform under the brightest lights this season, or do we get another disappointment out of this team? Not can they, will they?
I want to say they will, but I'm a little nervous for it. I mean, obviously, I think in order for them to do it, they have to start hot, and their defense has to come up with a big stop in those first couple drives. Because you saw, when they realized that, this against the Bills, we're not just going to blow this team out like we have been. They got down on themselves. So I think in order for them to get to that point where they will, I need to see something out of the defense. So right now I'm going to say they'll crumble.
Gotcha.
I agree. I don't think they have what it takes to be an actual championship team at this very moment. Their defense, I agree with Zach. Their defense has to show something. Maybe they'll unlock it towards the end of the year, kind of like how Kansas City did last year. They were definitely worse, defensively to start the year, but at the end they figured some things out and they knew how to get their coverages in the right spots and get guys in the right spots to make plays. This could happen with this Dolphins team. I think they have enough talent on the defensive end. It's just whether or not they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Dolphins fans, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep my opinion quick. I think it's a letdown season again. That's